Hey there, this is Meredith from Team Pretty Fit Things. I'm a Beachbody coach. I've been coaching now for almost a year and a half. Actually, I'm getting up there. Wow, crazy, time flies. I wanted to just give you guys a little backstory on kind of where I come from and how I ended up as a Beachbody coach. So if you go back in time of a couple years, actually if you go back in time to when I finished college, I was actually in relatively good shape. I managed to stay in pretty good shape after college. Or I'm sorry, I should say during college. After college was that big transitional gray area where like I basically lost it all, and I lost motivation, I lost ambition, I lost confidence, I gained anxiety, and I gained depression, and it felt like such a hole, such a rut I got stuck in. I think that everything happens for a reason, and you're supposed to experience things like that so you can really, really appreciate the good times and the happy times, and the times that are possible, that sometimes don't feel that way. Ended up, if you flash forward to a few years after being in the film and television industry for about 7-8 years, where I wasn't eating right. We had crafty and catering that would supply food for us all the time. I didn't sleep well. I felt like I was getting emails all the time, even at 11 o'clock at night, that were like of dire importance, and if, God forbid, you did not answer them, otherwise you were going to hear it the next day. I just kind of felt like a little piece of me kind of just kept getting cut off on every show I worked on. And I just didn't have time to work out, or if I did have time, I wasn't motivated, and I would just want to go home and relax and do nothing. So I ended up I had been watching my friend Amanda, who had been she was my friend from high school. We did cheer together, actually. So we were always very active. But life gets in the way sometimes. And I had been watching her posting these amazing, inspirational stuff for about 2 years before I even messaged her to think, maybe this is something I would be interested in trying. So I finally messaged her, and we ended up chatting a little bit more about kind of what my goals were and what I was looking to accomplish. And I was like almost 40 pounds heavier than I am now, and I couldn't do a push-up to save my life. And it felt like I was stuck in someone else's body. I did not feel like me. So Amanda recommended that I try the 21-day fix, which is just a 21-day workout, which I was like, wow, I can do 21 days. Because the other ones always kind of intimidated me, and I never felt like I could stick to 60 days, 90 days. 21 days is something I definitely could start with, and it also focused a lot around nutrition. So I started with that, and I lost my first 6 pounds on the 21-day fix, and did a couple more rounds of that. But I also had found a kickboxing studio not long after signing up for the 21-day fix with Amanda. So I was kind of doing both in conjunction. So I started this kickboxing workout at I Love Kickboxing that I just fell in love with on the first day. It's the workout I literally had been that I had been wanting to find that fit my schedule. If you're at all familiar with kickboxing, a lot of studios, they're martial arts studios, and they have kids classes during the day, and they don't only have a couple classes at night. So it doesn't always facilitate, making it easy for people who work and have jobs to be able to attend those classes. So, I found this place and I joined immediately, and so I felt I had these 2 awesome fit families that I could be a part of, and I just fell in love with both sides of it, and I just became totally immersed in both. And I started educating myself. I started listening to podcasts about nutrition and health. Just really, really became passionate about helping people. And people started taking notice of the changes that I had made with my body and my diet. And so I started getting questions all the time, like, what are you doing? How are you doing it? Blah, 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 blah. And I started as a coach pretty much just for the discount for Shakeology. But then I noticed that I would be able to really make an impact on other people's lives. So that's what keeps me fueled, and that's what keeps me going. And I get to help people at my kickboxing studio with their nutrition. So I've gotten a couple to drink Shakeology. It's been awesome. And, and just to be able to, kind of step into this version of myself that I didn't know existed or had forgotten existed. And I kind of got pushed outside my comfort zone as an instructor and as a coach, because it's like you're reaching out and interacting with people, and that necessarily isn't always, something people are comfortable with. But, if you have the confidence and your heart is in the right place, you can do whatever you want, and as long people can read when you're being genuine versus being, fake. So I really am passionate about what I do, and I feel so grateful to be a part of the team that I'm a part of and to make the changes in other people's lives that I'm able to make. And now I'm an instructor at the studio, which is so out of left field. So I felt like kind of like the Beachbody stuff kind of led me in that direction to building that confidence back, and I was able to regain it. And now I'm working in front of, you know, lots of students every day, lots of members, and I'm teaching them how to kickbox. So that's pretty awesome. So that's my story. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know.